Welcome to Joshua Tree Reptile Haven. This video is a little different. It's just an update to let the people that loyally support us and follow us what's going on. We are only two people, and we can only do so much in a day. One of the things that we have found harder and harder to do is YouTube. Our number one priority is the animals and their care and their everyday life. If that means we don't have time to edit a YouTube video, then that's what that means. We are currently loading a YouTube video that is the second in the Asha project series. It is a pretty long video. It's over 50 minutes, and it's just building the brace. The reason why we're making this video today and publishing it before those is to let you guys know what's going on. Asha is doing fantastic. Her brace has come off due to moisture, and so we're going to redo it, and that will be a video. The video that is going to come out next about making the brace will be published today. Then there will be a following video of how we applied the brace and fixed it to her shell. Today is exactly 2 weeks later after that. So you're kind of getting a hopscotch to what's happening. But it's just to let you know what's going on. We've had a lot of comments and questions about what is Asha doing. So as you see, she doesn't have the brace on. Some of you may be familiar with doing dishes while you have acrylic nails on, or doing laundry, and the moisture, the keratin of your fingernails absorbing the moisture, and it actually lifts the acrylic off. That is what happened in Asha's case. The collapse of her shell is from metabolic bone disease. That is completely different than the pyramiding of her shell. The pyramiding of her shell is from humidity and hydration of the keratin. Has nothing to do with nutrition. So for those of you that are still repeating that same old and honestly false information that pyramiding has multiple factors, including diet. No, it doesn't. It has one: hydration and humidity. The metabolic bone disease, now that is caused from nutrition and lack of either UVB to make vitamin D3 or calcium. So two different things. Because we want to help with the pyramiding, we keep her in a very humid environment. I actually have right here this is what she gets to exercise in. This is cocoa core, fine grade cocoa core, and we keep it very wet so that she is in a more humid environment. Why do we use cocoa core? Because cocoa core can be swallowed by the tortoise and digested without causing impaction. If you use moss or cocoa husk or cocoa fiber, your tortoise is not going to digest it. They're going to get impacted, just like our tortoise Scooter is going through, and you will have some serious issues. So that's why moss is not ever advised to be used for humidity. Today, we are going to reattach the brace on Asha, but it came off last night, and we wanted to give her a little while without it on because it does have to be cumbersome. There's just no way around it. Physics is physics. We're adding a gigantic structure to her body that is not natural. So we figured we'd give her overnight and a little while to be without it. So today it is going to go back on. We have already started to see her shell is very soft, but we have already started to see progress in the leveling of the scoots. They're not so collapsed. But if we don't put the brace back on, because her shell is soft, it will just fall back down. That's why we said in the video that this is probably going to be a 6, 7, 8 month process. What we've got to do is support the shell because it's soft and give her the proper nutrients and amount of nutrition to harden the shell. Now that takes months. While that process is happening, we have to hold the shell where it needs to be. We have also had more than numerous, lots and lots and lots of comments about how we need to, I don't know what the right word is, but work with other organizations to figure out what it is we're doing. Well, there's a reason why we say that we're the only organization that does what we do. And the reason why is because we're the only organization that does what we do. We keep being told that we need to contact Garden State Tortoise. Why? Now, Chris and Casey, very, very knowledgeable people, do great things for tortoises and turtles. But we are different. We do not breed. We do not rehome. We do not adopt. We do not sell tortoises. We are solely a rescue. So what we do is not just a little bit, but a lot different than every other organization that we know of. And the reason why is because our lives are dedicated to allowing tortoises and turtles to be tortoises and turtles. Our lives and our energy is not spent on how can we breed more tortoises and turtles to fund our lifestyle or just to give us an income. We have an income outside of tortoises and turtles, and that's why we always say that our nonprofit has no paid employees. The YouTube money, the donations, 100% go to only the animals. Me or Amanda are not paid. The board of directors is not paid. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the expenses of the rescue, we pay out of our own pocket. I wanted to clarify this because, not that I wanted to be negative about any other organization, but I wanted to let you, the viewer, know what it is that you're watching. What you see us doing is completely different than anywhere else. And we're very proud of that. That's not something that we need to hide from, hey, or be ashamed of. It's something that we feel we should be proud of. So, to our loyal viewers and the people that follow along regularly, this is just a quick update to keep you in the loop. As our lives become busier and busier, it becomes harder and harder to do certain things. But we do not ever forget that you, the supporter, is just as important as the other things that we do. We just have to manage our time and find time to do those things outside of when we have to take care of the animals. So thank you for watching, and please stay tuned and follow Asha's story because it is an incredible one, and it will help countless number of tortoises.